Your knees carried you through 200 million steps. In my first video, I showed you what is actually happening inside them after 60. The thinning cartilage, the silent inflammation, the fluid that loses its thickness overnight. If you have not seen that one, I will link it above. Today, I am going to give you something practical. 5 exercises you can do sitting in a chair right now, today, that will protect those knees for years to come. And I want to start by addressing something important. Many of you have told me that exercise videos make you feel left out. The instructor is 30 years old, standing on one leg, doing movements that would send you straight to the emergency room. That is not what this is. These 5 exercises were designed for real knees, knees that click, knees that ache in the morning, knees that have seen 60, 70 or 80 years of life. You do not need to get on the floor. You do not need special equipment. You need a sturdy chair and 8 minutes. But before we start, I want to explain why these specific exercises work. Because when you understand the science behind a movement, you do it better and you stick with it longer. Your knee joint depends on 3 things to stay healthy. Cartilage nutrition, which only comes through movement. Muscle support, which absorbs shock before it reaches the joint. And range of motion, which prevents stiffness from becoming permanent. These 5 exercises target all 3. Let us begin. Exercise number 1, the seated knee extension. This is the foundation exercise. If you only do one thing from this entire video, make it this one. Sit tall in your chair. Your feet should be flat on the floor, hip width apart. Your back is straight but not rigid. Think of a string gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Your hands rest on your thighs or on the sides of the chair. Now, slowly straighten your right leg out in front of you. Not fast, not with force, slowly. Take a full 3 seconds to extend it. Feel your quadriceps, the large muscle on the front of your thigh, engage and tighten. When your leg is fully extended, hold it there. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Now lower it back down just as slowly. 3 seconds down. That controlled lowering is called an eccentric contraction, and research shows it is actually more effective at building muscle strength than the lifting phase. Do this 10 times on each leg. That is 1 set. Work up to 2 sets over the first week. Here is why this exercise matters so much. Your quadriceps is the single most important muscle for knee protection. It acts as a shock absorber. Every time you take a step, strong quadriceps catch the impact before it reaches your cartilage. The Framingham study, one of the longest-running joint health studies in history, found that people with stronger quadriceps had significantly less knee pain, even when the cartilage damage on their scans was identical to people with weaker muscles. Same damage, less pain. The difference was muscle. When you extend your knee like this, you are also pumping fresh synovial fluid into the cartilage. Remember from our first video, cartilage has no blood supply. It gets all its nutrition from fluid and fluid only reaches it through movement. Every repetition is a meal for your cartilage. Exercise number 2, the ankle pump. This one looks deceptively simple, but it does something remarkable for your knees that most people do not realize. Stay seated. Lift both feet slightly off the floor, just an inch or 2. Now point your toes down toward the floor, then pull them up toward your shins. Down and up, down and up. Keep the movement smooth and rhythmic, like you are pressing and releasing a gas pedal. Do this 20 times. Rest for 5 seconds, then do 20 more. Here is what is happening inside your body. The pumping action of your ankle muscles drives blood flow back up through your lower legs. This improved circulation reaches the tissues around your knee joint, delivering oxygen and nutrients while flushing out inflammatory waste products. Many people with knee pain also have poor circulation in their lower legs, and the 2 problems feed each other. This simple pump breaks that cycle. It also gently mobilizes the ankle joint itself. Stiff ankles change the way you walk, which changes the angle of force on your knees. Flexible ankles mean your knees take the load they were designed to take, not a distorted version of it. Exercise number 3, the seated march. This is where your heart gets involved. Still seated, lift your right knee toward your chest as high as is comfortable, then lower it. Now lift your left knee, alternate, right, left, like you are marching in your chair. Start slowly, one march every 2 seconds. After 30 seconds, pick up the pace slightly if you can. Continue for 60 seconds total. This exercise combines 3 benefits. First, it warms the knee joint by moving it through its natural flexion range, which increases synovial fluid production. Second, it engages your hip flexors and core muscles, both of which stabilize your pelvis and reduce abnormal stress on your knees when you walk. Third, the rhythmic nature of the movement elevates your heart rate gently, which improves overall circulation to your joints. If 60 seconds feels like too much, start with 30. There is no wrong amount. There is only movement, and your joints need it. Exercise number 4. The seated hip circle. Most people think of knees as isolated joints, but your knee is deeply connected to what happens above it, at your hip, and below it, at your ankle. A stiff hip forces your knee to compensate. Over time, that compensation creates wear patterns that accelerate cartilage breakdown. Here is the movement. Sit tall. Lift your right foot off the floor by a few inches. Now slowly draw a circle with your knee as if your kneecap is tracing a dinner plate in the air. 5 circles clockwise. Then 5 circles counterclockwise. Switch to the left leg. Keep the circles smooth and controlled. They do not need to be large. 6 inches in diameter is plenty. If you feel any sharp pain, make the circles smaller or stop and move to the next exercise. What this does is mobilize your hip joint in rotation, a movement that most people over 55 almost never do in daily life. You walk forward, you sit, you stand, but you rarely rotate. And when a joint stops rotating, the capsule around it tightens. That tightness transfers directly to your knee. Think of it this way. Your hip, knee, and ankle form a chain. When any link in that chain stiffens, the other links take the extra load. By keeping your hip mobile, you are reducing the burden on your knee. This exercise also activates the small stabilizer muscles around your hip, the gluteus medius, and the deep rotators that control how your thigh bone sits in relation to your shin bone. When these muscles are strong, your kneecap tracks smoothly in its groove. When they are weak, the kneecap can drift slightly to one side, creating friction and pain. 2 sets of 5 circles in each direction on each leg. That is all it takes. Exercise number 5, the heel-toe raise. This final exercise targets something most knee programs completely ignore, the calf muscles. Your gastrocnemius and soleus, the 2 main muscles in your calf, cross behind your knee joint. When they are strong and flexible, they provide crucial rear support for the joint. When they are tight and weak, they pull on the joint capsule and change how your knee bends. Here is the movement. Sit with both feet flat on the floor. First, press through your toes and lift both heels off the floor as high as you comfortably can. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower slowly. That is the calf raise portion. Now reverse it. Keep your heels on the floor and lift your toes as high as you can. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower slowly. That is the shin portion. Alternate. Heels up, toes up, heels up, toes up. 10 times each. You should feel a gentle burn in your calves and the front of your shins. That burn means the muscles are working. This dual movement does 3 things at once. It strengthens the muscles behind and in front of your lower leg, creating balanced support around the knee. It pumps blood flow through the lower limb even more effectively than the ankle pump. And it improves the proprioception in your feet and ankles, your brain's ability to sense where your body is in space, which is directly linked to balance and fall prevention. Now, here is your complete daily routine. All 5 exercises in order once through. It takes about 8 minutes. Seated knee extension, 10 repetitions each leg. Ankle pump, 20 repetitions, rest 20 more. Seated march, 60 seconds. Hip circles, 5 each direction each leg. Heel-toe raise, 10 repetitions. Do this once a day. Morning is ideal because it counters the overnight stiffness and pumps fresh fluid into your cartilage before you start walking. But any time of day works. The best time is the time you will actually do it. Here is what I want you to understand about these exercises. They are not physical therapy. They are not a cure for arthritis. They are maintenance. The same way you brush your teeth to prevent cavities, you move your joints to prevent further deterioration. And the results are not dramatic on day one, but they are real. After 1 week of doing this routine daily, most people notice their morning stiffness is shorter. It still happens, but it passes in minutes instead of half an hour. After 2 weeks, the clicking often reduces. Not because the cartilage has regrown, but because the synovial fluid is thicker and more present, reducing the friction that causes the sound. After a month, many people tell me they can climb stairs with less hesitation. Not because the stairs changed, because their muscles did. I want to set a challenge for you. Do this routine every morning for 7 days, just 7. And then come back to this video and leave a comment telling me what changed. I read every single one, and your experience might help someone else who is watching this and wondering if it is worth trying. One more thing. These exercises are gentle by design, but if any movement causes sharp pain, not the dull ache of stiff muscles, but sharp, sudden pain, skip that exercise. Pain is information. Your body is telling you something specific, and it is worth listening to. In my next video, I am going to show you what blood pressure actually does to your arteries. It is one of the most visually striking inside stories I have made, and understanding it could change how you think about those 2 numbers on the monitor. Subscribe so you do not miss it. I release a new video every Monday and Thursday. Your body is changing. Let us understand it together. Take care of those knees today. I will see you in the next one.